Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. LaDre Weathers. We're coming with you with the second blurb for this is the week. The week was July the 20th, July the 16th. Today's July 20th, so we're just a day behind. I think you're going to like this video. Yesterday's video, we talked about hurtful truths, and we're in this series of called Hurtful Truths because sometimes you just have to have a come to Jesus meeting with people. I mean, come on. There's no way to change it. There's no way to get around it. Sometimes you just have to have a hard truth. And so part one of this series, we talked to entrepreneurs. So definitely go back to the YouTube channel or go back to the Facebook page and grab that video because there are definitely some hurtful truths for entrepreneurs. But if it's embraced early, my, it can make a great difference. So today, I want to present Hurtful Truths Part 2, but it's actually for millennials. And the funny part about dealing with millennials is that sometimes we, as non-millennials, forget that we were once millennials. So, got 3 quick points of information for some of our millennials. So, first thing for our millennials, and now let me back up. I know some people say millennials are anybody under 35. No. When I speak of a millennial, I think about somebody between the ages of 18 and 28. 18 and 28. Somebody who was born 1990 and afterwards. Because if you were born before 1990, you remember dial-up internet. You remember going to bed at 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. Once that TV went to snow and all kind of crazy stuff you remember. You had to go through the pains of dial-up. Oh my God, dial-up. Lord have mercy. Using a phone without caller ID. Back when cell phones were strictly just for calling. So we're talking to the millennials, those 18 to 28. So the first hurtful truth for millennials is older folks actually know something, and they really do know something. Like for real, older folks know something. I mean, we all have been millennials, and we've all been in that part of life where you just feel like you know, and you just feel like you got the answers. But if millennials would accept the hurtful truth that the older folks, notice I said older, not seasoned, not senior citizens, but anybody older, they really know something. You can get so far in life with theory. You can get so far in life with book knowledge, but book knowledge when paired with and combined with wisdom, learning from your experience, oh my God, it becomes a great thing. So millennials, don't forget that older folks actually know something. Remember, we've been there. Yeah, it's the same game that was played when we were young. The difference is the rules have changed, the characters have changed, and the handicap has changed. If you ever played bowling before, when somebody doesn't really know bowling, especially when it's a little kid, you can put the bumpers up or a handicap to help them out. Well, it's just in the game of life now, the handicap has changed. So, another conversation. So, millennials, don't forget that older folks actually know something. Why? Because number 2, we've all been a millennial. Oh my God. The difference is when I was 18 to 28, at 18 years old, I just landed in Atlanta, went to Morehouse College. There was no Facebook. There was no social media. But I was still a firecracker. I would still go off on you. I still was headstrong. I still thought I knew everything. I still didn't kind of want to listen to people. I thought things would be different from me because I'm me. I'm special. And come to find out, as an older person, I really wasn't special as a millennial. That's kind of the set experience for our culture for millennials. So, yeah, listen to people because we actually know what we're talking about because we were once millennials. But here's the biggest and most hurtful truth that I want to get to all of the millennials who will watch this. So please pass this on. You ready? You have the most potential. Millennials, please hear me. If you're between the ages of 18 and 28, hear me. You have the most potential. Why? Because our society is at its greatest, but it's also at its weakest. Our society is at its greatest, but it's also at its weakest. What do I mean? Well, never before have we had an African American president. But it's been a long time since we've had conditions like this for people of color, especially African American men. Never before have we had so much information available to us at our fingertips, but never before have we had such a deep and wide-reaching level of ignorance, willful ignorance. And so, millennials, you have the most potential. You are in a world where the technology is such a place where you can literally do anything you set your mind to. And so that's why I want you to remember that we've all been millennials, and because we've been millennials, we really have some wise information and some personal experiences that we can share, but we need you to be willing to listen. See, one of the challenges about millennials today is that they've got the most potential, but they also tend to be the most resistant to being open. And watch this. I tell the truth as an older person. Sometimes I have not been the most um, I have not been the most open. Sometimes I have not been the most transparent. And one of the biggest challenges that millennials often have with the older folks is that they pretend like they've done nothing wrong, pretend like they've been through nothing. They pretend, and pretend until the rubber meets the road or till stuff hits the fan, so to speak. And now you find out that they were this, they were crackhead, they did drugs, they had babies out of wedlock, like all the kind of stuff that they look at you crazy for doing. They were rebellious, all the stuff they look at you crazy for doing. But remember, we were once millennials too. So remember, you've got the most potential. The world is in your hand in such a way that it's not been in a long time. You have the potential, you have the chance to make a great impact on this world. And I want you to be in the position to do so. But you gotta not be so firecrackery. You gotta not be so headstrong. You gotta develop the ability to pause, let the heat of the moment pass, and then make a decision. If that's the one thing I can leave with you the most, pause, let the heat of the moment pass, and then make a decision. There are so many situations I've screwed up in life. I didn't make the best possible choice because I had to make a choice in the moment, but I didn't separate my head from what I felt in my heart. I didn't separate what I knew from what I felt in my emotions. That's what got me in trouble. So I want you to be the very best. Hopefully that these hard truths, you will embrace them so that you can be better. Why? Because when life is pretty good, a better life is always best. Thank you so much, millennials, for watching. Thank you so much, non-millennials, for sharing this and tagging this. And look forward to talking to you soon. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all those other places. And check out the website. We've got some big events coming up in the future with Better Life Institute. Thanks so much.